Also to introduce my colleague, Associate Dean of the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts, who will say a couple of words of welcome. Please, Jonathan. His name is Professor Jonathan Rothschild.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure on behalf of Dean Robin Crabtree to welcome you to LMU. As many of you might know, LMU is supported by three religious traditions: the Society of Jesus of the Jesuits, the Religious of the Sacred Heart of Mary, or the RSHM, or Marymount Sisters, and the Sisters of the St. Joseph of Orange. The space that we're currently in is the Marymount Institute for Faith, Culture, and the Arts, which resonate with the charisms of the RHSM community. In their mission statement, the RHM Sisters of Vidyā quote, "We are called to be community, to know and celebrate God's love for us, and to make that love known to others." Feels like we're in a good space, I think, today. The Shastris, I want to recognize Dr. Shastri, thank you so much for being here, have been long-standing members of LMU's community. They've taught courses in theology, yoga studies, and the yoga philosophy certificate program, and they've challenged and inspired students to engage the complexity, beauty, and transformative impact of language, concepts, text, and traditions. This conference celebrates the life of Sananda and her collaborative work with her husband, and honors the goddess Lalita in the Sri Vidhya Tantra. Apologies. Yes. The range of presentation topics, embodiment, consciousness, non-dualism, and many others, and methodological approaches, philosophical, mystical, artistic, linguistic, religious, illuminates the sophisticated nature of Sananda's work and the dynamism of Indian religions and philosophies. On behalf of LMU, I want to support the Doshis and the Varanasis for their generous support of this event and ongoing work at LMU. Their contributions are generative in that they galvanize the building of our intellectual communities. And I want to thank each and every one of you for participating today to help build further those intellectual communities. I wish you a wonderful conference and a wonderful stay amidst the storm that we have outside, and you have robust conversation in here. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this is Sri Vidhya, and we're really fortunate to have this particular image. It was forwarded to us by Dr. Shastri. And as you gaze, you will notice particularly the playfulness in her face. And if you check into the symmetry, quite literally, I think that she will bring a vision of calm. I also very much appreciate the crown. And of course, a crown is not an ordinary object when we venture forth into South India, but a crown is an indicator of that Yoga Sutra connection with the Siddhaloka. And I recall when I was visiting Tanjore and I was visiting Madurai, and again, I would just be called to look upward. And in these magnificent libraries and temples, as one gazes upward, one feels that you're penetrating into the center of the lotus thus depicted. Rising of consciousness. And at the same time, through South India, we see, please, Wananda, come in. Have a front row seat. Now, would anyone like us at the microphone as yet? Would you like microphone? Okay. So the other piece that is so magical and mystical about being on the soil of South India is the ground. And every morning, before dawn, traditionally women take small clumps of ground rice, sometimes adorned with color, and even without being able to see the artistry they create, they do these designs called kolam, called also rangoli, more toward the north. And just as those forms of the lotus above one's head evoke an ascent, so also the ground painting is an invitation to recognize and remember Bhudevi, to recognize and place oneself visually within the earth. And it serves a double function. On the one hand, it's beautiful. And on the other hand, a byproduct is that it provides food for the ants. And it also keeps the ants very busy so that they have no need to cross the threshold into the home. And in Southern California, we need an equivalent, because those Argentinian ants are really quite a nightmare. So today, I wanted also to point out this project that was gifted to me by one of last year's graduating class. And the story of it, which took my breath away, was that as they had done all of their good work, their 3 semesters of Sanskrit, primarily with Professor Urmila Patel here, as they had done their work on anatomy and physiology, bones and muscles, as well as chakras and nadis, as they had done their studies of the Vedas, the Upanishads, of Sankhya, of Yoga Sutra, of the wonderful literature to be found in the Yoga Vasishta, as they studied Buddhism, as they read through in India and meditated upon the Tavarta Sutra, the Acharya Sutra, the Yoga Drishti Samuchaya, the Yoga Shastra, all of this amazing constellation of Jain literature, as they continued and worked semester by semester, one dedicated to Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit, one dedicated to Yoga Sutra in Sanskrit, and as they worked with the comparative mysticism class, as they probed the gift of Rumi, as they probed the insight of William James and Carl Jung, they sort of gathered together and they created this ritual where in this mandala, which I don't even know how they created it, but it looks like a block print, but they all participated and they all were part of the physical crafting, and one could not imagine just a more heartfelt gift than was offered to the program. So the repeating theme here of these sessions this afternoon and tomorrow morning are geometrical. They are sonic and visual, and they are about really the cultivation of Bhav, about the cultivation of mood, cultivation of states of being. And in this cosmographic design, we see that there are 4 gates into the universe. And as I was very happy to say again and again when people were saying, where do I go? I said, the northeast corner of the building on the 3rd floor. And one of my gifts from my own father was that we would go on these long road trips from New York to Ohio or wherever, and he would just give us the map and say, it's up to you that we get there. Okay? So we learned very early what north is, how to find south, how to find the east, how to find the west. And part of the gift that we may have this weekend is that straight due north, amazing mountains. Straight due west, the Pacific Ocean, and you can figure out the rest. Okay? So we need to know where we are, and there are 4 gates into the universe. There are 4 gates that orient ourselves within the body. Then as we look at the square, we, of course, recognize the circle of totality. And just on the inside of the circle, we see on 2D form what I already invoked from the libraries and the temples of South India, that these are the petals of the lotus, upon which one finds inscribed root syllables. And these root syllables, such as, I'll go for the best and the highest, such as Om, are gateways for the purification of the nadis, the energy channels within the body, so that spiraling toward ascent becomes manifest as a felt experience, and then affirmed in a visual experience with designs such as this, and designs such as the ceiling lotus and the beautiful kolam of Rangoli on the earth. And so, Bhur below, Swaha above, and then we are the breath. We are the atmosphere in the middle, and we have the capacity, Joanna, we have the capacity to connect, and that's really our job. So that connecting point is the bindu, the red dot. We all came out of a red dot, okay? And we're reminded of this as we move through India, as we move through Indian culture, that this dot is presented as a visual center and as a mark, of course, not only of beauty, but more importantly of the focus of those energies within the bhuva rising toward the swa. And now the last part is the triangles. And many experts on those triangles are in this room. So what I will share is my coding. So whenever you're tired of listening to someone up here, just look over there. Okay? So this is to keep you busy through the conference. If you're straying, just go over there with your gaze. We will not be offended. But the upward triangle actually points downward, and the downward triangle actually points upward. We think of this in Western iconography in terms of the Star of David. And if we think of the upward triangle as the lingam and the downward triangle as the yoni, we can understand the symbolism of generation, of generative power, and of this combination so eloquently expressed in the theme of the conference 3 weeks hence on Sankhya, where Purusha and Prakriti are eternally co-present. Sunanda, who is the silent partner in this whole affair, is holding a camera. Okay? I invite you to please come up and do darshan to Sunanda Ma. And she's smiling. You'll hear more about her later. But this also is a reminder that there's always somebody looking at us. And that's our job, is to go to the place again and again of being the observer. There's always someone looking. And we have room, Swami Narayan. We have room here, if you care. It's an intimate place. Come. And then the other piece is the vibratory activity that is Prakriti. And that Prakritic expansion through the gunas, and we can see, I love Indian symbolism because you can always get it wrong, you can always get it right, and it doesn't matter whether you're wrong or right. But we can see this perhaps as sattva because it's closest to the above, rajas and tamas, but everything that we do is part of the spanda. And that spanda comes out of that matrix that is the mother. So this is, I think, very nicely captured here. And I'm hoping that you'll be able to attend this conference as well. because this interplay between the witness and the dance and the witness is the gateway, okay, one of the gateways to really understanding and grasping how the universe arises, and even more importantly, how the human body operates within space and time. So I want to orient you just a little bit to this space. You've already been amply thanked by our Associate Dean. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so this is Mr. Doshi. No, you stay. You sit down, He's good, he's good. And if at any time anyone needs more noise, we have a microphone, but we'll see how it goes. But part of the blessing of this space is that we have our own bathroom. But if you're a little bit shy and you don't want anybody to know, just go down the hall and it's on the left. There's a men's room and a women's room. And if you're a guy, you're going to have a good laugh at how the women here regard men. So at least whether you're going to the bathroom or not, go in and take a look, because it's got a joke on the wall. But it's a very subtle joke. It's a fun joke. Okay, so bathrooms. There's coffee here, so if you feel that your visual gaze isn't enough to keep you stimulated, you can go out and get some coffee, but we will take a formal coffee break. And at 4 o'clock, and we have 2 papers to begin with, Dr. Yajneshwar Shastri and Dr. Loyola Bernacchi. Then after the break, we will have Professor Jeff Ashton, who is an alum of LMU, studied with me in 1997, and is now a professor at University of San Francisco. And then we will have a paper by Dr. Yajneshwar Shastri. And I can wax eloquent on all of the amazing stories and accomplishments of each of these people. I'm going to hold them in my heart and invite you, because we're in a place of intimacy here, to really make it your business at the break, to not talk to someone you already know, but go find out and form lines to talk to these speakers, because they are truly, truly amazing. Schooled in Sanskrit, schooled as Acharyas, 2 of these people, self-generative in terms of meditative and chanting practice and experience. Then at 5:45, we are going to do an official release of Sunanda's final book. And it will be available to you for $40, and that $40 will go toward the ongoing project of retrieving, restoring, and bringing back to the world the magnificent Sri Vidhya literature, which, as we will hear, is languishing in libraries, in need of repair, in need of recovery, and in need of translation. So this will be an opportunity at 5:45 for us to talk about this book and allow you to purchase it if you would like. We have lots of copies. And then at 6 o'clock, we'll move into the chapel. And at 6 o'clock, we will have a service for Sunanda Shastri, who passed away on October 15th. Both Yajneshwar and Sunanda have taught here at LMU many, many times. Dr. Shastri was my sabbatical replacement. She actually wrote 2 books for our students here at LMU, Sanskrit for Beginners, and this book is sold out of its 3rd printing. And she also wrote for our students here a book called Teachings on the Upanishads. So I will invite you to gaze upon this. And then I'd love, this is very heavy, this is her Ph.D. thesis, which is Narada Smriti, a study, historical, sociological, political, and legal study. So please come pay homage to Sunanda through little pieces of her legacy that we've put out, and there is so much more. So Dr. Shastri is originally from Karnataka. He did his Ph.D. at Bombay, and became a professor and head of school at Gujarat University and headed for many years the School of Education, Philosophy, and Psychology. He is currently the Vice Chancellor of Sanchi University, a graduate institute dedicated to the study of Pali, Sanskrit, Tibetan, and Prakrit, as well as all schools of Hinduism, Buddhism. They have a magnificent faculty. They need more students, and it's in the location of really everybody's favorite Buddhist stupa. It was the one, you've seen it in published, where the narratives of the Jataka tales are inscribed in these magnificent gates. And he is the author of many, many, many books. And I'm seeing our friends from Vedanta. Please, Sarvesha Prana. He is well known to the Vedanta Society, well known throughout the Indian community here. And it was through his connections that we met the Doshis, and through his really magnificently giving spirit that so many people have become part of this now really worldwide community dedicated to, what can I say, figuring out the mystery of how the two becomes one. Okay, so Dr. Shastri.
I'm going to suggest we use the microphone for those in the
No, I think I don't need.
Sure?
I think.
We're filling up.
No.
So for the video we need it, right?
Yeah, I think it would be a
Yeah, come to the microphone because we're making video. No, we're making video. We want to make sure the video. And just a word or two about this place. This was constructed as the world headquarters for Hughes Aircraft, and the legacy of aviation continues here. And the regional Southern California Royal Officer Training Corps from all of the surrounding universities gathers right here on every Friday. So if you hear yelling and shouting, don't worry. It's just they're doing their job.
Should we put the lights on?
Light.
Yeah. Are there lights here?
Just a minute, glass of water.
Water, yes.
First of all, I am very much thankful to Naveen Doshi ji and Rani and Gali Varanasi ji helping Professor Chris to organize this seminar. Shri Sundari Sevana Tatparanam Bhuktischa Muktischa Karasthiteva. This is a statement of worshippers of Sri Vidhya. For worshippers of Sri Vidhya, the worldly riches, the wealth, the prosperity, and happiness, and ultimately the self-realization or liberation is in their hands. It is a statement. It is a statement of experienced sages, and not a just statement for fact. Sri Lalita is known as Sri Vidhya. I have written a lengthy paper, I will read it. I will just told me half an hour you have, which I will try to read later. I have to give some introductory remark. The sound formula is known as Sri Vidhya, known as a Panchadashakshari mantra. Sri Lalita herself is known as Sri Vidhya. Sri Vidyāyai Namaha, in Lalita Sahasranam, Sri Vidyāyai Namaha. There are 4 kinds of Vidyas: Agni Vidya, Yajna Vidya, Mahavidya, Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Sri Vidya is in all forms. And it is said that in Tantric text, one who has no more birth, who has the last, whose birth is the last birth, and or he himself is a Shiva, he will receive this Vidya. Yasya no Paschimam Janma, one who has no more birth. Yadiva Shankara Swayam, he himself is a Shiva, Lord Shiva. Tenaiva Labhyate Vidya Shrimat Panchad Shakshari. It is considered as a monarch of all mantras. Shri Mantra Raja Sadasho. Yatha Mantro na Vidyate. There is no equal to this mantra. This is significance. Because 51 letters, Panchashat Varna Rupini, there are 50 letters in Sanskrit, alphabets. All mantras formed by these letters, the 50 letters, they are all in Shri Vidya. Therefore, Shri knows is a mantra Rupini. Matrika, Ph.D. Rupini. She is a Matrika. All letters, all mantras concerned with whether it is Shiva or Shakti or Lord Krishna, all sound formulas are in Shri Vidya. It's explained in the text. Because, you see, in a Tantric text, you will find very few mantras, few formulas are explained or meanings are given of these seed letters. But here in Shri Vidya, see, Lalita Trishati itself gives 300 meanings of sound formula, 15 letters. 15 letters multiplied by 20 meanings. 300 Trishati, that is known as Trishati. Lalita Trishati is based on Moola sound formula of Shri Vidya. And then there is a Yogini Hridaya, gives 6 meanings. One is one Bhaskar Rayamaki, known as Great Tantric, has given 15 meanings of the Shri Vidya. And surprisingly, there is a one Sri Yajneshwar Shastri. He has given 80 meanings of Shri Vidya. See, explaining its relation with Vedas, Upanishad and Tantra Shastra. Therefore, it is known as Tantra Raja, Shri Tantra Raja Sadashu, Shri Mantra Raja Sadashu, monarch of all mantras and mantras are highest of all mantra sadhanas. All worship. If you worship Shri Vidya, Shri Lalita, you are worshipping all in one. Therefore known as Shri Vidyaiva Mantranam. There is a sound, I will read it. And still is in India, in a particular day, Hindu calendar, particular day, the ladies or all the devotees of Shri Vidya, they worship her, offering vermilion powder, kunkuma, that is vermilion powder, either on idol or on Sri Chakra, that is the Sri Yantra, or sound formula, chanting. There is 3 kinds of worship. One is a Vigrahatmika, that is a pictorial form, that is shown in that pictorial form. And second one is Yantratmika, that is a diagrammatic form, the Sri Chakra. So body and Sri Chakra is not different. He has already explained. And then Mantratmika, the sound formula. And you see, the letters are formed in such a way, the vibrations created by those letters will affect you and surely bring the result. There is no question at all. It is said in the tradition, Shri Vidya, if you are after that, suppose I want to initiate it to this Shri Vidya, you will not get. I have seen 20 years who are after that, still they are not getting. It comes to you, it is a knowledge. It is a Brahma Vidyatya Vidiyate, Tripura Brahmetya Vidiyate, it is a Brahma Vidya. Charme Janmani, Shri Vidyopasuko Bhave. In the last birth, he will be a worshipper of Shri Lalita, Shri Vidya. Charame Janmani, the last birth. So we believe in a karma theory. Last birth, he will be Shri Vidyopasaka. That is the significance of Shri Vidya. Now you see, in Tantra Shastra, there are 3 kinds of agamas of Tantra Shastra. One is Vaishnava, another is Shaiva. Vaishnava is concerned with Lord Vishnu, or Pancharatra agamas and several texts. Shaiva, there is a Shaiva agamas, 28 Agama's. And then Shakta Tantra. In Shakta Tantra, there are 3 schools again. One is known as Kaula Marga. Vamacharya is also performed. And second one is the Mishra. Third one is the Samaya. There are 3 groups. Each group has its own treatises, text, hundreds of texts and commentaries. Samaya path is known as a purified method of worship. Here there is no Vamacharya. Meditation is emphasized, inner worship, known as a Mahayaga. It is highest kind of worship. It's a meditation. That is appreciated. First, as a first step, pictorial form is, see, to reach higher level. The first step is the pictorial form. That is not a final one. Second one is a diagrammatic form. Third one is purely mental sound formula. Sound formula itself is a God. It is a deity. It is articulated. Sound formula itself. Now, this method is rejuvenated, it was forgotten by the people in the passage of time. And Adi Shankaracharya, the great Advaita philosopher, has rejuvenated this one in the 8th century AD. Then, not only that, he has initiated his first disciples to this. And then now, in every center established by Shankara, the Sri Chakra worship is performed, puja is performed till today. And Shankara actually made a popular all over India, particularly in South India it is the most popular. South India. There are several worshippers, Upasakas, that is the worshippers of Sri Vidhya. You can go and meet them. You can ask their experiences. And see, that is the same. There is no, see, Sri Vidhya Upasakas will not be a poor. You will find, and the power, the money that comes to him, he should not go after that. This is given Sri Vidhya. It is the experience of Sri Vidhya Upasakas. You will find very rarely either they are rich mentally in the sense, spiritually they are rich, or worldly they are very rich. And they enjoy both. Therefore it is said, worldly riches, prosperity, everything is in their hands first. She offers everything to you. Enjoy. Then you will realize you will realize the unuseful. You see, they are not useful. They have no meaning. They have no meaning. The worldly pleasures and all this, they have no meaning. You will enjoy. Then you will come to realize they have no meaning. Then you are after the realization, or what realization? Self-realization. She will offer both. Shankara says in the Saundariya Lahari, so you should not, in Lalita Vichit Bhashya he says, you should not ask anything. You should not ask for her. She offers unasking. That means you should not ask. She will offer everything. But Phalamabicha Vancha Samadhikam, she gives you whatever you are not sought. She will give that much. Then you will realize the futility of these worldly things. Then you will go to her for realization, to become one with her. It is the Brahman of this. See, the Sundari worship is not just the rituals. It is a worshipping a universal mother. Is worshipping a Brahman, ultimate reality, in the form of universal mother, affectionate mother. You are asking mother. See, I have explained that one. Why? She is universal mother. Mother has a special affection towards the children. Mother allows opportunity to, suppose you are committed a mistake, she will allow you to improve yourself. Father is a little stronger, strong-headed. Mother is affectionate. She will not. She easily forgive her children. Therefore, she is known as affectionate mother, universal mother. Now I read. I think I've taken 20 minutes. Only some portion I will read. If you'll see what I have done, the concept of Shakta Tantra in the introduction. Second, the sound formula. They gave importance to sound formula. See here, the sound formula is very important. These letters, they create a vibration. They affect you. They bring you everything. Mantra sadhana, that is very important. And then the Sri Vidhya. The Sri Vidhya, I will not read that. Sri Vidhya is a universal mother. She is known by several names in Shakta Tantra, such as Sri Lalita, the divine beauty, mother of grace, one who sports. Sports means who creates the world, sustains the world, and dissolves. Layasthit Udbhaveshwari. That is Upanishad. Yato Vayumani Bhutani Jayanti. There is a. It's connected with Vedanta. Then Parabhattarika, the most imperial majesty, or the supreme and sovereign ruler. Kameshwari, the mother of love, goddess of desires. Shri Sundari, the mother of beauty. Tripura Sundari, the most beautiful in all three worlds, and so on. She is also known as a Tripura. Meenakshi, in South India, we might have a temple of Madurai, there is a Meenakshi temple. Meenakshi, Shri Kamakshi, in Kanchi Kamakoti, and then Shri Vishalakshi in Banaras. They are all considered as Shri Lalita. Panchadashakshari, the sound formula of Shri Lalita or Shri Vidhya. The Panchadashakshari mantra itself is known as Shri Vidhya. This sound formula itself is known as Shri Vidhya. Panchadashakshari, the Pancha means in Sanskrit it is a 5. Panchadasha means 15. Akshari means letter. 15 letter mantra is the sound formula. Here only the different meanings are explained of each letter. You see, the Tripura Upanishad says the Gayatri mantra is a Shri Vidhya, Shri Vidhya. Gayatri mantra is an open one, and this is secret Gayatri mantra is known as Shri Vidhya, some formula. And then again, the Nanarana says the Chandi mantra, call it Navarana mantra, that is the Shri Vidhya. And again, the Triyambakam Yajamahe mantra is again Shri Vidhya. And again, Lord Krishna's mantra, that is connected with, because in Shankara also quote that verse. You cannot see the Lalita, the Tripura Sundari has no form in actual sense. It is a Brahman of the Upanishad, neither male, nor neuter, nor female. But you can worship her either in the female form, Stri Rupam Va Chintaye Devi. You can imagine that ultimate reality in the form of Universal Mother, or Pumrupam Va Vichintaye, or in the male form you can worship, or Atva Nishkalam Dhyayitu, you can concentrate on the pure consciousness. Now, in male form, Shankara says, you can worship, if you worship Lord Krishna, you are worshipping Shri Lalita. But it is said, Kadachidadya Lalita, Shankara quotes in his Bhashya, Kadachidadya Lalita, Pumrupa, Krishna Vigraha, Vamshanada Vinodena Karota Vivashan Jagat. She mesmerizes the entire universe through her that music of you. The sound is selected. My paper will be with Chris. It is again sound formula. Sound formula also is 15 letters divided into 3 groups. One is known as the Vagbhavakota. Vagbhavakota means it represents knowledge, represents the goddess Saraswati. And second is known as the Kamaraj Kota, which fulfills your desires. Third, 4 letters. First 5 letters are goddess Saraswati. The same formula. And second group of 6 letters, that is known as Kamaraj Kota, which fulfills your desires. Third one is all connected with creation. Creation, sustenance, and is all these mantras are connected. I am not going to explain everything here. And the last one is the Shakti, the willpower. Last group is known as Shakti Kota. You see, the Vigrahatmika of Tripura Sundari is identified with this Mula mantra. In Lalita Sahasranama, it is said, Srimad Vagbhava Kutaika Swarupa Makapankaja. See, her face is a Vagbhava Kuta. And then Kamaraj Kuta is her from neck to hip. That is that part. That is a Kamaraj Kuta. And Shakti Kuta is below that. To that. Srimad Vagbhava Kutaika Swarupa Makapankaja Kantaga Kadiparyanta Madhya Kuta Swarupini. Shakti Kutaika Kapanna Katyado Bhagadharani. Mula Mantratmika Mula. Entire her figure, Vigrahatmika, is only sound body. This Mula Mantra. Then again, he was actually Sri Chakram. See, it is also based, Sri Chakra is based on, there are two. One is, creation. There are two kramas, Srishti Krama, Samhara Krama. The Bindu, from Bindu to top, it is a Srishti Krama. And from top to Bindu, it is a Samhara Krama, dissolution. One is a creation, another is a dissolution. And now that also, entire yantra is a sound formula, based on sound formula, itself is a sound formula. And third one is the sound formula. Sound is formula, Devi herself. That means entire sound form, if either you worship Vigraha form, that is pictorial form, or you worship this yantra, diagrammatic form, or you chant sound formula, they are same. There is no difference. There is no difference. It is said to be the highest of all mantra sadhana. There is no mantra which is equal to Sri Vidhya mantra. It is called king of all mantras. Sri Vidhya eva mantrana. Sri Mandara Raja Sadracho yatha mantro na vidyate. It is said that, give one paragraph. After worshipping various deities, after pursuing various lines of disciplines, either in this birth or previous births, by the dint of such practices, as a result of the grace of those deities, one gains the entry into the sanctum sanctorum of Sri Vidhya. After traversing many paths, this royal road comes into light. It is also said in the Lalita Trishati Falashruti that one who has no birth hereafter, or one who is Shiva himself, he only receives Vidya of 15 letters, Panchadashakshari. Significance of Sri Vidhya is brought out with the text like Tripura Tapani Upanishad, Yogini Hridaya, Dhanaranava, Vamakeshwara Tantra, Lalita Trishati, Lalita Sahasranama, Varivasya Rahasya, and commentaries on Saundarya Lahari. Now, the Tripura Tapani Upanishad states that Gayatri mantra, Jata Vedasaya mantra, Jata Vedasaya Sulmama Soma Marati Yato Nidhati Veda, Salak Parajati Durgani Vishwa, Nave Sindhu Nurita Tyagni, that is also called Sri Vidhya. See, sound formula, see how they are connected to sound formula. And then Triyambakam Jamahe. Now, it explains the meaning of Panchadashi mantra and describes how each group of Panchadashi mantra represents Gayatri mantra. Yogini Hridaya states that Navanama mantra of Durga is nothing but Panchadakshari mantra of Sri Vidhya. The significance of Sri Vidhya or sound formula of Sri Lalita is that if you chant this sound formula, that is the Panchadashakshari mantra, that is a, we chant that one, Mula mantra, so is a Kayilarim, Hasakahalarim, Sakalarim. This is the Panchadashi mantra. Another is Shodashi mantra. I am Hrim Shrim Kayilarim, Hasakahalarim, Sakalarim, Savu, I am Klim Hrim Shri. Sound formula. That creates the vibration. This sound formula creates the vibration. It brings everything to you. So you can perceive, if you know the direct sakshatkara, chanting this, you can visualize that picture. You can visualize Sri Yantra. That is the importance of Sri Vidhya. You can see her because it's sound formula. It creates sound formula creates that picture. Whatever form you want to see her. My wife, she was translating this book. She told me several times. She visualized it. Because we are virtual class since 85. You can see her physically. There is a divine form. There are three ways of worshipping the Sri Vidya, Sri Lalita. Pictorial, I already told pictorial form, Vigrahatmika, which is known as Yantratmika, the diagrammatic form, and sacred sound formula, seed letters, Bijaksharas. Vigrahatmika, I explained Vigrahatmika and how same, according to that verse, that picture is printed. See, when the Supreme Goddess, and probably see in Shankara, Advaita Vedanta, he talks about the Swarupa Lakshana and the Tatastha Lakshana of Brahman. One is empirical, another is Swarupa, natural. One is accidental, another is real, Swarupa Lakshana. Now here also, the Sri Vidya is described like Upanishadic Brahman. She can take the form of the lady, the universal mother, and she is a ocean of mercy. All these explanation, description. Another is she is purely pure consciousness. Like that, there is two forms of description are found in the Sri Vidya text. With when the Supreme Goddess, subject to herself to time, she becomes the 15 divisions of the factor, divisions of the time factor, known as the tithis, digits. There are 15 kalas, Shodasha kalas. She herself is a Shodasha kala, full moon digits. I have written several things, I will drop. Then, Sri Vidya worship is a form of worshipping Parabrahman, the supreme reality as a female entity, the universal one. Sri Vidya is praised by all Upanishads. Sarvopan Upanishad Udghoshta. She is known through Vedantic text. Sarva Vedanta Samvedya. She is the highest of all. She is the gist of all Upanishadic text. Sarva Vedanta Tatparya Bhumi. The Sri Vidya sect follows the Upanishadic path, maintaining that Shakti, the universal energy, which is brought into the universe, into existence, which sustains and dissolves the universe. Philosophically speaking, Sri Vidya, Sri Lalita is synonym of Brahman of Vedantic thought. Tripura Brahmaitya Vidiyate. The main aim of Sri Vidya is the realization of Advaita, the unity of individual soul and universal soul, the unity of Shiva and Shakti. It is quite in agreement with the Advaitic Vedantic standpoint. Sri Vidya tradition maintains a dual aspect of universal mother, namely the Saguna having form and Nirguna the formless. The text dealing with Sri Vidya describes the nature of Sri Vidya like Upanishad describes the Brahman. She is described as the indeterminate as well as the determinate. Saguna and Nirguna both. I have explained, giving an example, I have not shown. It is important to note that Sri Vidya traditions lays stress on the dynamic nature of the creative power, the Shakti. Though the concept of goddess Lalita corresponds to that of impersonal Brahman of the Upanishad, but it is transformed into a personal divinity that is the omnipotent, omnipresent and omniscient divine mother, the source, support and end of the entire empirical universe. The supreme transcendental reality, which is nameless and formless, conceived through religious imagination, becomes goddess in the qualified form. The formless Lalita comes down step by step and assumes the form of universal mother. All the paraphernalia of worship are offered to her. This concept of the highest as the mother is a special feature of Shakta Tantra as a whole, and it has its own significance. I have explained already. Mother always nourishes, has a more charitable attitude, easily forgives faults of her children and offers them an opportunity to reform their ways. This attitude of forgiveness and compassion, love and pity are more natural to mother than father. Thus, the formless Lalita, the supreme Brahman, in a personified form, becomes the affectionate mother worshipped in the image or idol or Shri Chakra. She is conceived as the most high, higher than Saraswati, Lakshmi, higher than Brahma, Vishnu, Ishvara and even Sadashiva. The worshipper of Sri Lalita acquires great learning, becomes exceedingly prosperous and develops charming personality. She fulfills all desires of devotees and confers all sorts of mystic powers to them. The devotees of Sri Vidhya enjoys all worldly riches and becomes one with her in the end. In Saundari Lahari, he says, Sayujam, Bhavanitvam dase maye vitaradrushtim sakarunam iti stotum vanchan kathamat iti stotum vanchan. He says, see, he gives a sayujya to her in that verse. She gives a sayujya to him. And becomes one with her in the end. Sri Lalita grants whatever is sought for, bestows the desire of the Vanchitartha Pradayini. Now, last I will read. This Sri Vidhya tradition, rejuvenated by Adi Shankara Acharya, still continues even today with unflinching devotion and spirit. Lalita Sahasranama, Lalita Trishati and Khadgamala mantra, different centers, explains the different centers, power centers in the Sri Chakra. Very popular among the Upasakas of Sri Vidhya. Even today, on a special day of every month of the Vedic tradition, the Hindu tradition, Sri Lalita is worshipped offering kumkum or vermilion powder on image or idol, or Sri Lalita or Sri Chakra, chanting either Lalita Sahasranama, the 1,000 names, or chanting the Sri Lalita Trishati, the 300 names, by the worshippers of Sri Lalita. Okay, thank you very much. Opportunity is given to me.
Okay, we
I will
have...
explain the philosophical side, which has a...
Yeah, stay. So we have about 5-10 minutes for questions. And Alex, I have a request.
Sure.
You're a military man. Can you remove the military? Seriously, just tell them. They're loud.
Oh, okay.
And please not sit in our chairs.
Okay.
Thank you. These, here are compliments to the veterans. And please, if you could be attentive to your body, shift your chairs so that you aren't straining your neck. I mean, the chairs, they're just light, just move them so that your neck isn't going to get all messed up. Like yoga sensitive. And there are some chairs in the front if you'd like to please come up. Okay, so do we have a couple of questions? Yes, Dr. Yajneshwar Shastri.
Thank you, Shastri, for bringing really intimate aspect. You are open to discuss about the experience Mother Sunanda had, but I would like to hear actually your own experiences as encountering Sri Vidhya as a sadhaka.
Purely subjective, I have to narrate it. See, how I am initiated to this Vidya is a great story to this Vidya. One man, one great scholar came from Bana. I was in Ahmedabad in the early Indology. He came to our house. He was a great scholar of Vedanta and Jainism. He came to Ahmedabad from Banaras. He was originally from Pune. He was very religious minded, and then he was not taking food in everybody's house. Then he came to us. Then he said, so I take food prepared in such and such a manner by you. See, he's told to Sunanda. Then he was with us. I allowed him. Let us stay. He's Brahmin. Let us stay with us. He's a scholarly person. Let us stay. Then I was worshipping. There is a Lakshmi Yantra was there in my house, given by some Indian priest. One day he saw I am worshipping with Sri Sukta. You know that is the Sri Sukta. Worshipping. I was worshipping with Sri Sukta. And he said, Shastri, you worship now Sri Vidhya, Sri Yantra, not just. I said to him, because it was traditionally given to me, therefore I am worshipping. I was not having any faith or anything. Then I told him, I was a rationalistic at that time. I told him, I don't believe. See, traditionally it came, therefore I am doing. And this is humbug. All worshipping, this religious talk, everything is humbug. Because we see today in the world, see in India, I am talking about in the context of India, black marketers, the dishonest people, they are flourishing, and real people are suffering. Really what? Good people, they are suffering. Where is your dharma? Where is your mantra? All these things. I told him, I don't believe. I don't want. I will initiate you. He said, I will initiate. No, I don't want that. His name is Ramchandra Shastri, Vidwan Ramchandra Shastri, came from Banaras. He was a disciple of Atma Ram Shastri, Hare Ram Shastri, and Yajneshwar Shastri's. He's Hare Ram Shastri or?
We are from the lineage of Hare Ram Shastri.
Hare Ram Shastri. He is a disciple of, he learned Navinaya under him.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want. His wife also said, I don't want anything. Then he said, I am a worshipper of Datta. There is a Datta tradition, Guru Dattatreya. He is also connected with Sri Vidhya. Sri Vidhya is described to Parashurama by Guru Dattatreya. It is in the Rahasya, Tripura Rahasya. He said, I am a worshipper of Narasimha Saraswati Swami. The tradition that is Narasimha Saraswati Swami in Maharashtra. He said, whenever I am in confusion or some problem, before I go to bed, I pray to him and he guides me in the dream itself. He guides me. What he did, one day at 4 o'clock, Shastri got up, get up. What happened? No, I requested, I prayed to my spiritual teacher. He said, they are worth. Initiate them. Tell them for 3 months, whatever you for 5 times or 10 times or 8 times, let them chant. Tell them to chant for 3 months. Only Yatha Shakti means whatever is possible. Not no limitation, 5 or 10 times daily. Tell them to practice as well as chant. Then see the result. If they don't experience anything, then tell them to leave, give it up. Nothing will happen. No harm will be there. Give it up. Nothing will happen. Then we thought everything is experiment. We have to do experiment. In science also, in lab we have to do experiment. Without experiment there is no result. Then we thought several times. We both are working. Myself and both are working. No time. Then one day we have decided, let us take. We have heard about Sri Vidhya. Let us take this Vidhya and let us see, experiment it. Then we will see what will happen. Then we will give it up. Then he initiated one particular Purnima, full moon day. He performed the Sri Chakra Puja at home and he initiated both of us. In Sri Vidhya, both should be initiated. Suppose we are married, both should be initiated to Sri Vidhya. Because Shiva Shakti, it's called that Hirinka in sound formula. The sound formula itself is unity of Shiva and Shakti. There is a certain letters concerned with Shiva, certain letters concerned with Shakti, and Hrinkara is there. Hrinkara Ubhayatmaka. It is a combination. It is a unity of Shiva and Shakti. There is a Hrinkara. And the Hrinkara in Tantra, it is a Pranava of Tantra Shastra. Pranava in Sri Vidhya. Om is not required. Hrinkara itself is a Pranava. Hrinkara itself is the Sri Vidhya. Hrim Padaradhya. Suppose just you chant Hrim, Hrim, Hrim. You are chanting Sri Vidhya. And unity of Shiva and Shakti, both. You are worshipping both. And all gods and goddesses, the mantras of all gods and goddesses. That is the significance of Sri Vidhya is. They are worshipping mantras of all gods and goddesses. Sound formula. It is not worshipping a particular picture or anything. Energy. So then I started doing. Then it is a personal experience. Then different, you see, one day in the morning, I tell you, we are sleeping on you might have seen the Indology altar. It's a summer day, sleeping on the floor, top. Then around at 6 o'clock morning, one divine form, lady came. I was not in sleep. It is you can say just, sometimes in a particular some day we don't want to get up, but no sleep, but you don't want to get up. You want to lie down in the bed, on the bed. Lying down. Then divine lady came. And I asked her, I remember. Katvam. It's a divine lady. She came from Everything is divine, white, white, white. See, garlands, everything is white. And I asked, Katvam, I asked, still I remember, I wrote it down, the same experience. Katvam, Aham Hrim Padaradhya, she answered, Aham Hrim Padaradhya. That is, in the Lalita Trishati, Hrim Padaradhya word is there. Harinkara, I refer to Sri Lalita then. Who is Hrim Padaradhya? Harinkara Samsiddho Bhuktim Muktim Vindati. Shankara quotes. If you chant only Harinkara, Bhuktim Muktim Vindati, he obtains riches, all prosperity and Mukti also. That was a Vagbhava Kota, representation of Vag Saraswati. It was a representation of Vagbhava Kota, that is the first 5 letters of sound formula. She came in the form of sound formula, that Vagbhava Kota, the knowledge, the Vidyā. Then another thing, in 1985, I went to Germany, Hamburg, to attend some called first time. Hamburg, I was not having a substantial amount for airfare. Then I came from my office, I lying down on the mat, and thinking what to do. There is no 5,000 shortage. Then what to do? You may be surprised to know the same picture. There are 20 steps to come to my floor. That's the first floor. She came walking. I was listening, even sounds of feet, and also with there is a yajja, you call it, what you call, there is there is a sound. She came and touched my hand. I said, I am with you. Are you all worried? This is experience. I have several experiences, several like that. But I am blessed. My mother, you see, I did my own example. I am retired, I went to Gujarat, settled down, and there also, you see, I became a professor, I became the director of School of Psychology Education. I am non-Gujarati, see, with the state, he's a non-Gujarati. But no, when I was, there was an interview for leadership, associate professor, where known as a leadership in the university. It is also considered as a high at that time, 70s, 80s. Leadership post is also, associate professor is also considered as a very higher post. There was an interview, and some people approached the president of the Teachers Association. So he is a non-Gujarati, he has applied, he will be selected because he is a known scholar. And that president of the Teachers Association said, he is the only fit candidate for leadership. Don't say he is a non-Gujarati or anything. I was appointed, I was selected by the selection committee. Then as a professor, I became a professor, I became a reader. So I became a director of the schools. For 21 years I worked in the Gujarat University as a non-Gujarati. But no one had thought that I am a non-Gujarati. Everyone, embraced me as his own man. Then after my retirement, I was never expecting anything. I was asked to become a vice chancellor. Now she is the governor of Madhya Pradesh. Earlier the chief minister, Anandiben Patel, was the chief minister of Gujarat. I was in Ahmedabad. She asked me through his son, are you interested to become, when I was the director of School of Psychology University, asked, are you interested to become a vice chancellor anywhere in Gujarat? No, I said no. Because there's a lot of politics, obligations, I don't want to become a vice chancellor. I denied. Then I retired. After 2-3 years after retirement, I was invited to become a vice chancellor of Sanchi University. Then they said, we are searching for our scholar. See, you are the fit. We are inviting you. And I had a lot of discussion with wife whether to go or not. See, by the grace of Mother Tripura Sundari, we are not after money, after power. She has given everything to us. Whether to go or not, lot of discussion. Then after a month, we decided, let us go. It is a new challenge. It's a new university, you have to do that. It is a challenge. Let us go. I have decided to go. It came to me. I am never, now also. My wife, she has gone. Now I think to resign. But they are not ready to leave me. After going, I have already thought of December, I will resign, and then I will devote complete my life for this research. Sri Vidhya, the literature, it's a lot of manuscripts, 3,000 manuscripts in National Library of Nepal. In South India, there are several lines, they will be lost in time. In your passage of time, they will disappear. Therefore, I wanted to collect, edit all concerned with all manuscripts of Sri Vidhya in one place. This is my life mission. We have already started my mission. Why? After this, we have already started collecting. We have already collected 4 commentaries on the Som-Lalit. We went to Pondicherry. We went to Chennai. Met several people. Connected some commentaries. We have already started. See, everything is used to whatever I am. God bless you.